Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, hey love, my name is Tinky. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you do stay, you subscribe, because I'd absolutely love it if you did. So I'm sitting outside because I want to do the second part of the story time. So you can't really fight with nature, so you'll be hearing birds in the background, cars, wind. Just bear with me, okay? I'm trying to improve. But anyway, like I said, this is the second part of the story time. I wasn't able to upload the other one because I don't have an editing software, first of all. Secondly, I had a problem with having to upload the second part of the story time. So here it is. I don't know, YouTube said the video is a duplicate. I don't know how, because those were two different videos. But anyway, I'm gonna do this vlog style. I don't have a tripod. You understand the struggle, right? When you're a YouTuber, you are in the beginning stage, you're going through some obstacles, and this is exactly what I'm going through, but it's okay. Anyway, let's get in the story time. I know I ended where the colleague was going to buy me wine. Okay, cool, we went to get wine. But then when we were there, he noticed that he left his wallet at his place. So I'm like, okay. So he says, we need to get my wallet at my place. I'm like, we don't actually need to. Like I said, I'm not feeling like drinking. It's Thursday, it's during the week, and it's just not my thing. I honestly don't know what he was trying to do. Was he trying to impress me or what? But something was trying to be done and it was just not working. So he was really persistent. He was really like, no, I insist. Let me get you some wine. Okay, we need to go to my place and get my wallet. I'm like, okay, let's go to your place and get the motherfucking wallet. Okay, I didn't say it in that way, but I said, okay, let's go get your wallet. So fine, we get back in the car. The friend drives us to his place. We get to his place. Now he has some friends at his flat. They've been drinking. So it's a gay guy and three straight guys. Okay, so the gay guy is on the bed. I think he was sleeping or was just relaxing on his bed, on the colleague's bed. The other ones are just sitting near the bed, just having drinks and stuff like that. So it's not a really big flat. It's just that it's some sort of a commune. So I think they share the kitchen, and then everybody has their own bedroom. So it was that kind of a setup. Okay, cool, we get to his flat, we get to his room. I greet his acquaintances or friends, I don't know, but I greet his friends. And he's busy saying, oh, this is my colleague who does the amplified dedications, and she's the one I've been telling you guys about, that she's beautiful, she's a good person, blah 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 blah. I'm sitting there, I'm becoming modest. I'm like, nah guys, I'm not a good person. I'm just okay. And they'll be like, no, we can see you're a good person and whatnot. I'm like, okay, thank you, you're beautiful, blah blah. I said so many thank yous. I said so many thank yous. I can't even count how many I said, but there were a lot. Okay, cool. I'm like, okay, bruh, get your wallet. Let's go get the wine and get me home already, because I should have been home by now. So, okay, fine. He looks for his wallet. It took a while to get his wallet, but it didn't feel like a while because I was talking to his friend. So we were chatting while he was looking for his wallet. Oh my god, this wind. Okay, cool. So, finally, he gets his wallet and we then leave. No, we didn't leave. Suddenly his friends wanted to go to 2nd Avenue. I'm like, okay, they want to go to 2nd Avenue, it's fine, as long as you take me home first, then you come back, and then you can all go to 2nd Avenue, because obviously I'm not going. I have an exam the next day, I have to go home, I have to revise, all that good stuff. Okay, cool. And then they're busy going back and forth about what they're gonna do. So one of the guys, I get it, there was a gay guy and there were 3 guys. So this other guy has to go to work. So he stays somewhere go base water, I think. I'm not sure. So he's like, okay, now I have to go to work. I'm like, cool. They can take me home. All I want to do is go home. I know my nail is gone. Just ignore that. I'm like, cool. I know you have to go to work, but the initial plan was that I be taken home and then y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. It's like, okay, I need to go to work as well, so they can take you home, but of course they need to come back and then take me to my place and then go to Second Avenue. Okay, cool. Now they all want to leave at the same time. I'm like, okay, there's 4 guys. Remember, there's 4 guys. Ne? There's 3 guys. There's a gay guy. It's 4. There's me. There's the colleague, and there's the driver. So we're 8, and the car can only take 5 people. Okay, cool. Okay, we end up saying, okay, we'll leave together. They'll take me home first, and then take the other guy who has to go to work, and then go to Second Avenue. Which I thought it was stupid, because they should take the guy who goes to work first, and then me, and then Second Avenue. But I didn't care, because the initial plan was that I have to get home. Shapo, we get out. He locks his flat. We go to the car. Now we have to arrange how are we gonna sit. So they want me to sit on top. The colleague wants me to sit on top of him. I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna sit on top of any guy. It's not gonna happen. And nobody's gonna sit on top of me. That's a fact. Okay. Now we are going back and forth again, trying to figure out our sitting arrangements. Okay, cool. And then I'm like, you know what? I become the diplomatic one, the one that has to do all the decision making, because they were all drunk. They couldn't just decide what to do. I'm like, okay, the gay guy and the other guy, the first guy, you're gonna sit together. So the gay guy is gonna sit on top. Ne? So there are gonna be 2 guys in front plus the driver is 3. Okay. So on the front passenger seat is gonna be 1 guy and a gay guy, whom I think they were dating. I don't know though, because the way I observed things is like they were dating, but it was just a straight guy and a gay guy, which I don't get. But anyway, that was not the point. Shapu, 2 guys are sitting in the front, and then there's a driver. At the back, it's me on the window, on the right hand window, and then there's the colleague, and then there's a guy who has to go to work. Sharp. So, and then the other guy has to sit on top of the colleague. I'm like, okay, you're gonna sit on top of him. It's like, okay, cool. Sharp. They're like, okay, this is working. I'm like, fine, can we go now? Sharp. We go. Mind you, the car now goes slow because it is packed. It is overloaded. It is a rented car. It was a Polo GTI. It was white. It had GP number plates on it. So, you know, these rented cars, how the number plates are, they're not just like any private car. They're just, okay, they're private cars, but they're rented cars. So that car was a rented car, and it was the guy who was driving, it was his car. So thing is, he was working in Bloem, so they gave him a car. He's from Cape Town. He came with a flight, and then he rented a car in Joburg. I think he works in Joburg, and then he had to go to Cape Town to work, and then he stayed there a couple of days, and then he came here to see his friend and stuff like that. So he rented a car. The matter is, he rented a car. Okay, Shapo, we go in the car. Now it's driving slow, like I said, and then we get to the main road, Go Park Road, ne? Near where I work. Where we work, actually, with the colleague. So Honale, there's a police station, right? It is near where I work. It's called Park Road Police Station. So when we are on the road, I see a van, a police van, but I'm not aware that it's a police van. I'm like, maybe it's a truck, it's a delivery truck, but it's coming out of the police station. But in my mind, I'm like, it's a car. I'm not even aware, but I can see there's a car coming out. We're busy chatting. People are drunk. They're saying jokes. I'm cracking myself like I usually do. I always laugh at people, laugh at things. So I'm busy laughing. And then when we reach the robots, the robots turn red, so we have to stop. When we stop, at the moment we stop, when I turn the other way, the police van is right next to the car that we're in. I'm like, I look at the car. So they're busy talking. They're not aware there's a car, ne? They're busy talking. I'm like, uh-oh. They're like, what's going on? And then I'm like, they turn around and they're like, oh shit. Oh shit. I'm like, we're doomed. In my mind, I'm like, okay, we're going to jail. We're doomed. It's jail time. I'm not gonna write my exam tomorrow. It's fine. And at that time, we had already canceled the wine. I put my foot down. I was like, no more wine, okay? No wine. Okay, cool. So the police, there were 2 policemen in the car, so they order us to stop. So Shapo, we have to stop. We then stop at the garage when the robot opens. And then they order the guy who was driving to get out of the car. He gets out of the car and he explains. So the story he came up with is that we were going to campus. And then because it was me and the gay guy, which he considers as himself as a lady, he was afraid to leave alone. So I also didn't want to leave alone. So they decided to take us all, and nobody wanted to stay behind. We all wanted to leave at the same time. So there was no other choice but to take us. So the policeman is like, but this car is a rented car. You are aware? He's like, yes, and you guys are drunk. It's like, yes, police officer, we are aware. At that time, I'm like, I'm quiet. I'm trying to look sympathetic so that he can actually be sympathetic and be like, okay, it's fine, you can go, you're off the hook. So he keeps lecturing us. I don't remember what he said, but my mind just shut. It just shut. I was like, I'm dead. I'm not gonna write my exam. It's over. Sharpo, he lectures us, and then he's like, you shall never do this again. Finally, I'm like, oh my god, okay, cool. He's actually letting us go. I'm like, okay. He gives us a whole lot of lecture, and I was scared because there was weed in the car, there was bottles in the car, there was just a lot of things going on. And then, okay, I think he believed our story, and because I pulled that face, honey, my eyes were popping out. I was like, I need to convince this guy. And this guy's like, the gay guy is like, oh, we are not safe in the community. All those things. I wanted to laugh, but the situation just didn't allow for me to laugh. I'm like, this is not the time, Tinky. I know you usually laugh, but this is not the time for you to do that. Okay, cool. He lets us go. And then because the story was we're going to campus, we had to go to campus and just hide there until they're out of the radar. Okay, we go there, we hide, and then now we have to rearrange the seating arrangements. We sit fine. Okay, and then we have to leave. And now the initial plan was to use the highway road, but we can't because we were afraid. We couldn't because we were afraid we would meet more traffic cops and just like that. It would be another story. We have to explain ourselves. What are we gonna say then? So we were just given a warning, no fine, no nothing. I was just scared because also the driver had to go back to work the next day. He had to return the car. Imagine if the car was just taken by the authorities and stuff like that. We were just scared. And then okay, we had to leave. Nagana, I live very far, né? So we literally drove from location to location. We did not use the highway, which was the easiest and most the nearest road. We had to just use from location to location, and it was just so, it took us literally an hour and a half to get where I stay. Finally, I get where I stay after a long time, and then I finally get out. I just ring the alarm. My mom opens and she's like, why are you late and why are you so packed in that car? And then I had to explain everything. She was not happy, of course. She gave me a huge lecture, and I was like, I was not expecting this. I know these are the things that you never think of when this happens, but I apologized so many times. But I think the moral of the story is, as much as people are trying to help, I think, because I was getting a free lift. I got a free lift, I got free food, and I'm a foodie, so I guess I was going behind the fact that I'm not going to spend my money for transport. I'm not going to spend my money for food, and I was just trying to be a good person because he insisted a lot, and I just didn't want him to feel out. I just didn't want to reject and say no because he was gonna feel belittled. You know how guys are, they have egos and stuff like that. So I just didn't want him to have a boost ego, hence I agreed to food and him taking me to my place and stuff like that. I thought he was doing it out of the goodness of his heart, which he was. The only problem is that he was drunk and he just couldn't make the right decisions at that time, so we ended up getting into trouble. I don't know what you think the moral of the story is. If you have any ideas of what the moral of the story is, comment down below and tell me what it is, what you think it is. But I learned my lesson, okay? And then I went to write my test, my exam, which I passed with distinctions, honey. I made sure of that because of the situation beforehand. It was almost impossible for me to write the exam, but I make sure that I got home, I revised, and the next day he actually called me and was like, can we meet for lunch? I'm like, no. Miss me with your lunches, miss me with wine. He's like, I got one for you. I'm like, I can miss it. It's not important for me to drink wine as much as I love it. You're not gonna drag me along with wine, honey. It's not gonna happen. I'm like, nah, I'm not coming. Just sit home and nurse your hangover. Cause I think he had a hangover because he was so drunk, just couldn't think consciously at that time. I had to be the bigger person, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I don't know, I think that's what I learned, that you know what, sometimes you are gonna get into trouble, especially at night with the police, because I was almost arrested, I was almost in jail. I know maybe I'm overhyping the entire thing, but that's just what I think. If I was in jail, I was not gonna be able to write my exam, and how was I gonna explain that to my parents? Imagine if I'm in jail and I'm calling my mom like, mom, I'm in custody, I need bail. And kind of when my dad was not even in town, he was out with work. So imagine calling my dad from wherever he was and I'm like, I'm in jail. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna give me a lecture and a half. Like I don't even want to think of it, but I'm just grateful that that didn't happen. And I think that's where the story ends. If you like the story, please give this video a huge thumbs up. Your girl is just trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so please help me. And if you have friends that really like these kind of videos, you can advise them or recommend them to watch these kind of videos. And if you want more story times, of course, comment down below. And anything else that you want to see in this channel, make sure that you comment down below. Also, please do subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. The more you subscribe, the more this channel grows, the more I'll be able to do these videos. And when you click that subscribe button, there will appear a little bell next to the subscribe button, so please click that so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video. But then if you want to be friends with me outside the YouTube space, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. The link will be down below, and all my social media platforms. Otherwise, let's meet again in another video. I'll think of what I can do for this video, because I'm trying to come up with new content that is fresh and exciting for you guys to watch, because if you don't watch them, what's the point of me doing this? Anyway, yeah, man, once again, like this video, comment down below what you want to see, what you think of the story, what you think the moral of the story is, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel, follow me again, and until the next video, bye.